in circumference. Much of the crater has eroded away, with the original bed of the crater now 2 kilometers below the surface. The crater was formed approximately 142 million years ago, when a large comet struck Central Australia, creating one of the largest impact craters found anywhere on the planet. The Goss Bluff Conservation Reserve is a place of international scientific interest, as well as a place of cultural significance to the Western Arrunda Aboriginal people. In the past, the crater has been the target of petroleum exploration, and 2 abandoned exploration wells lie near its center. This huge bowl created out in the middle of this flat desert landscape is a remarkable sight. Towering 348 meters above the desert floor, Uluru is the world's largest monolith and one of Australia's most iconic natural landmarks. Uluru has a total perimeter of 9.4 kilometers, with most of its mass lying underground. Uluru is one of Australia's most popular destinations for tourists, and it also has great cultural significance for the local Anagu people, the traditional inhabitants of the area. Uluru is the spiritual home of the outback, and in many respects, the spectacular rock formation has come to symbolize outback Australia to the rest of the world. The striking sandstone formation is known for its shifting moods, changing color at different times of the day and year. The area around the formation is home to an abundance of springs, waterholes, rock caves, and ancient rock paintings. And it's now listed as a World Heritage Site. The rock hasn't always been known as Uluru. In fact, for most people, the sandstone red rock formation is known as Ayers Rock. Its cultural significance encouraged a name change when the government of Australia finally returned ownership of Uluru to the Anagu people. Today, Uluru remains a popular attraction, drawing visitors from all over the world who come to this sacred site to marvel at the remarkable structure and to learn more about the rich cultural history. The Olgas are a circular grouping of 36 red conglomerate domes rising from the desert plains north of the Musgrave Ranges. The domes that make up Mount Olga cover an area of 21 square kilometers and are composed of cobbles and boulders featuring granite and basalt, cemented by a matrix of coarse sandstone. The highest dome, Mount Olga, is 1,066 meters above sea level. The domed rock formations are located about 360 kilometers southwest of Alice Springs and in the southern part of the Northern Territory. The area has since been named a World Heritage Site. Scientists believe the rocks are over 600 million years old, and like so much of this ancient land, the area is considered sacred to the Aboriginal people. While the Olgas are made up of 36 formations, they are thought to have been one huge piece of rock, much like Uluru, that has weathered over millions of years. The Olgas are a fascinating sight from afar, and they cast a striking presence as they loom large over the vast, barren landscape. Outback Australia also has a number of inland salt lakes, such as Lake Hart and Lake Eyre. The Lake Eyre Basin covers almost 1/6 of the continent and is the world's largest internally draining river system. On the rare occasions that it fills completely, it's the largest lake in Australia, covering an area of 9,500 square kilometers. When the lake is full, it has the same salinity level as seawater, but becomes hypersaline as the lake dries up and the water evaporates. Heading into South Australia, Coober Pedy is a small mining town located halfway between Adelaide and Alice Springs. The town is often referred to as the opal capital of the world because of the quantity of precious opals that are mined there. Australia produces roughly 95% of the world's precious opals. Around 150 million years ago, Coober Pedy was covered by ocean, and when the water receded, the sandy silica minerals from the seabed flowed into the rocky cracks and cavities and solidified over time into multicolored gemstone. The first opals were discovered in 1915, with the mining town soon to follow. Today, Coober Pedy supplies most of the world's gem-quality opal. It has over 70 opal fields and is the largest opal mining area in the world. The landscape is dotted with over 250,000 mine shafts, with mounds of dirt removed from the tunnels, which now resemble giant anthills. Coober Pedy is also one of the hottest, most isolated places on Earth. The town is renowned for its below-ground dwellings called dugouts. During the summer, temperatures regularly reach 50 degrees Celsius, and it's one of the few places on Earth where most of the residents live underground to escape the heat. Over 600 million years old, the Flinders Ranges are the largest mountain range in South Australia. Located 200 kilometers north of Adelaide, this continuous range stretches over 430 kilometers across the southern extremities of the outback. The rugged, weathered peaks and rocky gorges of the Flinders Ranges form some of the most dramatic and beautiful landscape in the country. Comprising approximately 95,000 hectares, this unspoilt, semi-arid wilderness is one of South Australia's most iconic destinations. With towering cliffs, deep craters, and impressive geological features, the ancient landscape also has a rich cultural heritage. Its most characteristic landmark is Wilpena Pound, also known as Ikara, meaning meeting place. Often confused for a dormant volcano, the large sickle-shaped natural amphitheater was actually created over millions of years through erosion. Covering an area of 80 square kilometers, the mountain range once towered over the Himalayas before erosion played its part. Back in the Northern Territory and heading further north is the Devil's Marbles, or Kalu Kalu, which is the Aboriginal term meaning round boulders.